Imagine sewage coming out of your sink. That's what one Northeast Tallahassee family says happened to them. I'm Kendall Brandt, your neighborhood reporter in Northeast Tallahassee. I told you in May about the sewage that entered the Williams family home. The City of Tallahassee is now taking responsibility for the issue, but they say they won't cover the entire cost. I'm taking a look at why. Tara and Brad Williams say a living nightmare began on April 11th when sewage came out of their pipes and into their home.
This has been the worst thing that could ever happen to anyone.
They say their home is severely damaged and considered a biohazard.
Our house was literally had feces, used tampons floating down and around.
Since April, the City of Tallahassee has taken responsibility for the backup into their home. The Williams say they have been renting a home since April. They have taken time off of work to get contractors and meet with the city.
They have to take up every piece of subfloor in our house. They have to pull the walls at least 4 feet up. All of the, which means
That's now.
As of now. It's been sitting. So who knows what else is happening.
The estimate for repairs, $363,000. But city leaders say they can only offer them $200,000 under Florida's Sovereign Immunity Act. That law exempts local governments from having to pay more than $200,000 to an individual after damages due to alleged negligence. The cap is $300,000 if multiple impacts are made from one event. But City Attorney Amy Toman wrote in an opinion that the Williams are making one claim about their home and they fall under that $200,000 cap.
Effectively, we have offered the maximum allowed by law.
I reached out to City Treasurer Clerk Jim Cook. He says the city has nothing to add. Attorney Daniel Woodring practices municipal government law and says this follows that statute.
It's unfortunate, but the sovereign immunity cap is really intended to kind of protect the public at large, not the individuals.
But he says there are some exceptions, like passing a bill through the legislature or getting more from the city's insurance.
They are permitted to settle for greater than that cap if it's covered by insurance if they choose to, but they can't be forced to do that. And that's a little tricky because very often the insurance for a governmental entity is predicated on their having a cap.
But the Williams say they still think there is another way to put an end to their nightmare.
We literally were just asking, just pay for what we need to be back in our house.